Hello everybody and welcome back to the last Jambar Sports Extra. I'm Keziah Howard. Waves of change have washed over the college sports landscape in recent years as the NCAA reincorporated name, image, and likeness deals, and with a recent settlement of nearly $3 billion, the tide is high. Judge Claudia Wilkin granted pre-approval of the House versus NCAA settlement on October 7, 2024. The final approval hearing was April 7th, but Wilkin elected to decline making a final ruling settlement after hearing multiple objections. NCAA universities will be able to compensate their own student athletes in-house, and current and former student athletes who have competed since 2016 are eligible for NIL back pay. As for mid-major programs such as Youngstown State University, a different component of settlement is in the foreground, which is roster limitations. Ron Strollo, Director of Athletics here at YSU, talked about the implications that roster cuts would bring to this university.
Some of our coaches are having very difficult conversations with some of our student athletes because now, before we were able to take walk-ons and give, student spots, and now we're more in the mode of cutting, and that's really difficult, and that's not what we brought the student athletes here for.
Now, the college sports world is going to continue to evolve, which means universities all over the country will be impacted. Youngstown State will face changes that are sure to alter its athletics for years to come. The seniors of the Youngstown State University lacrosse team closed out their final home game with a statement win over the University of Detroit Mercy. I have more.
The Penguins recorded a 20-9 statement win in their senior day send-off, improving to a 6-8 record on the season. The win over Detroit Mercy marked the Penguins' first Mid-American Conference win of the year and first since April 22, 2023. The team was 0-4 in conference play heading into the matchup. The 20 goals scored by the Penguins tied for the third most single-game goals scored in program history. The matchup also marked the most scored by the Penguins since 2023. Numerous Penguins recorded at least a hat trick in the matchup. Sophomore Brooke Peck led the offensive surge as she tied her season-high points scored with 4 goals. Sophomore Lena Cox, Mia Uris, Ava Kreutzer, and Grace Rung recorded hat tricks as well. Sophomore Katie Grautenthaler scored 2 goals, while freshman Mary Grasper and senior Molly Sheridan recorded 1. Sophomore Tori Bustamante showcased her defensive skill set. She tied her season high in ground balls with 6. She also forced 3 turnovers against the Titans' offense. Sophomore Mackenzie Flanagan, a transfer from Kent State University, recorded 4 ground balls. Allie Garrett is a junior attacker who was able to see her teammates show out from both the sidelines and the field. She expressed how the win was much needed, especially for the seniors. Garrett said the game was very impactful given the loss for previous games, and it was what the team needed, and it was awesome on their senior day. Having one of the 2 seniors score was amazing as well and great for heading into the final game against Kent State. As Garrett mentioned, the Penguins will play their final game of the season in Kent to face the Golden Flashes of Kent State University April 26th. Opening draw is set to begin at 1 p.m. To watch the game live, you can visit podcasttv.com, and stay updated, you can visit ysusports.com. For the Jambar Sports Extra, I'm Keziah Howard, and I'll meet you back in the studio.
The Youngstown State University men's tennis team hosted its senior night at the YSU Indoor Tennis Center on April 19th and dropped a 5-2 final decision to Cleveland State University. YSU recognized 2 seniors for their individual and team efforts, Chester Wickwire and William Rossett. In his final home match as a Penguin, Rossett won in 3 sets, while the Gwins won the double point. The Penguins' first win came at number 3, as the freshman duo of Mihai Hayda and Victor Van Kranenbroek both earned a 7-5 win. At the number 1 doubles, the duo of Wickwire and Rossett teamed up and faced Cleveland State sophomore Lincoln Battle and junior Devin Boyer, who finished their set with a 6-4 score in CSU's favor. YSU returns to the court April 25th when it faced Southern Indiana University in the quarterfinals of the Horizon League Championships in Ann Arbor, Michigan. The YSU golf teams concluded its spring season. Jambar Sports reporter Marissa Masano has more.
Sophomore Nivernuch Prajapanic became the 2025 Horizon League Women's Golf Championship individual medalist. She became the first YSU individual league champion since Caitlin Shutt in 2021. The sophomore finished the 2024-25 season with 5 first-place finishes. This ties the school record for most wins in a single campaign. For a second consecutive season, YSU finished as the team runner-up. Prajapanic opened the tournament with a first-round 78. In round 2, she climbed the leaderboard by carding a 2 under par 71 that featured 3 birdies, 14 pars, and 1 bogey. In the final round, the Thailand native shot an even par 73 to finish with a 3-round total of 222. The next highest finishers for the Penguins were senior Lizzie Sauer and Maddie Schultz, who each posted a 3-round score of 237 to tie for 7th place. Oakland University won the Horizon League team title for the 2nd straight year. The Penguins finished with a 3-round total of 929. The men's team finished 7th with a 3-round team total of 910. The team's best round came on the 3rd day, where they posted a final round score of 292. This was 17 strokes better than each of their first 2 rounds. Junior Ryan Sam was the team's highest finisher. He placed 9th individually with a total score of 222. Sophomore Jake Ryan finished 13th with a 3-round total of 225. Wright State claimed the men's team title with a total score of 881. For the Jambar Sports Extra, I'm Marissa Masano.
The Youngstown State women's tennis team continues to dominate, taking down Oakland University 6-1 on Senior Day. Seniors Julia Marco and Gada Deeringer, along with Lydia Foster and Lorena Cedino, swept in doubles play in just 26 minutes. The Penguins soared in singles too, with straight set wins and a default victory from Joanna Dudova. Now riding a 5-match win streak, YSU heads to the Horizon League Championships as the number 2 seed, with their eyes set on a return to the title match for the first time since 2023. Go Gwins. A lot of sports more to cover, but we'll be back right after the break.
All right, so who knows why?
I know why. For starters, I'm getting a top-tier education without the price tag. Can you say that? Engineering, sports, music, business. I can do anything here. I'm getting my hands dirty, learning what my friends are only reading about. I'm part of something bigger here. I'm proud to bleed red and black. So yeah, I know why. It's not a question. It's the answer. Youngstown State University. Know why.
We gon' push it to the limit, we gon' rise together, side by side to the finish. Down the ride forever, when we can ride together. So together we ride, certified. It's together we ride, we gon' push it to the limit. We gon' rise together, side by side to the finish. Down the ride forever, when we gon' ride together. So together we ride, certified. It's together we rise, we gon' push it to the limit. We gon' rise together, side by side to the finish. Down the ride forever.
We know you hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Why go to a school in the Mahoning Valley of northeastern Ohio, surprisingly beautiful as that may be? Why live on a campus that sits on the edge of the Rust Belt, historic and inspiring as that may be? In short, why choose Youngstown State? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the future, we take a back seat to nobody because you can afford us. And we will afford you the opportunity to build the future you want and the life you desire. Why Youngstown State? Because we care about you, your success, and our future. Together. Youngstown State University. Now you know why.
Welcome back. The Missouri Valley Football Conference is celebrating its 14th anniversary, naming 5 YSU football alumni to the team. Jambar reporter Alex Sorrells has more information.
In honor of its history, the MVFC has released a 40th anniversary team. The team is composed of 40 players who played as far back as 1985. The players representing YSU include defensive lineman Michael Savage, active at YSU from 2005 to 2009. Linebacker Tim Johnson from 1999 to 2000, offensive lineman Brad Samsa from 2005 to 2008, along with running backs Jaleel McLaughlin and Jermaine Cook, active from 2020 to 2022 and 2009 to 2012, respectively. Voting was open to the public for 40 days. Over 2,000 votes were cast. Jaleel McLaughlin is the most recent graduate to be featured on the anniversary team. After graduating in 2022, he was picked up by the Denver Broncos as an undrafted free agent.
I've been in the league for 34 years, so I had a chance to see most everyone that's either nominated or on the list, and I just remember just all the great plays and players that we've had, and some of them that didn't make the list were also worthy.
Over the last 4 decades, the conference has been home to 14 different teams, meaning 3 have come and gone. This includes Eastern Illinois' departure in 1996, Western Kentucky in 2008, and Western Illinois in 2023. Missouri State will complete its transfer to Conference USA on July 1st.
But Northern Iowa, Western Illinois, Missouri State, you can go down the list of teams that have been great at one time, either for a long time or a short time, but they've all contributed to our history.
Youngstown State University joined the league in 1997 after winning the FCS National Championship 3 times in the early to mid-90s. Mike Kern, Associate Commissioner of the MVFC, said YSU proved just how competitive this conference is in the same year they joined.
When they joined the league, they didn't win the league, they won the national championship. That spoke volumes to the rest of the FCS, how good our league is. You can win a national championship and not win our league.
Kern also said he hopes schools in the MVFC can keep up player retention. He cites the achievements of previous players and wants to see the same success out of the current and next generations. This is Alex Sorrells reporting for the Jambar.
Thanks, Alex. Unfortunately, that's all we have for this Sports Extra this show. We'll see you back here next semester with all things sports. Thanks for joining me. It's been Tazaya Howard.